Hello guys. Today I will talk about the downfall and the rise of Brawl Stars. Without further ado, let's begin. First chapter. The beginning. It is June 2017. The first steps of Brawl Stars in Canada. While Supercell is currently in the beta phase and is testing if Brawl Stars is clean, other big things are happening all around us. Fidget spinners are trending. Donald Trump becomes new US president, and Stranger Things is coming to Netflix. Supercell first launched Brawl Stars exclusively in Canada as a beta. This early testing phase was crucial to refine the mechanics and eliminate the bugs. Before the game was launched worldwide, interestingly, Brawl Stars was the first new game from Supercell since the success of Clash Royale. At that time, it wasn't yet clear whether it would have the same success. After all, Supercell was known for its high quality, but also for the extremely long development time. In the beta, there were around 50,000 players, a surprisingly high number for a test game. Did you know that in this beta phase, there are already over 1,000 brawler skins and more than 20 different events? But that was just the tip of the iceberg. It was also Supercell's first attempt to create a real multiplayer-only game, where every mode and every mechanic was aimed at interactions with other players. The Brawl Ball mode was already a hit at the time, and the players were hyped. The first few days and weeks are mega cool. Everything is new and exciting. That's exactly what it was here. And many people are wondering when the global release is coming. Second chapter. The global release.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan. I'm a community manager for Brawl Stars at Supercell, and today I have some news. Brawl Stars is going global!
In December 2018, the global launch of Brawl Stars was launched, and what happened? It was an absolute success. In the first 24 hours, the game was downloaded more than 5 million times worldwide. But here comes the real number that once again shows the power of Brawl Stars. Within the first year, the game achieved more than 25 million downloads and was the third biggest mobile game of the year after PUBG Mobile and Fortnite Mobile. Chapter 3. The years after the global release. 2019 was a year of innovation and constant changes after the global release. Supercell launched a series of updates right away. The Heist mode, introduced in January, was a game changer that gave players completely new strategies. The Power Play mode also opened up, which introduced a kind of ranking system that attracted competitive players, games, and increased playing time. However, with the first changes in 2019 came a big challenge: teaming. Players deliberately working with other players to manipulate the game. After over 3 million reported incidents, Supercell urgently needed to introduce new anti-teaming mechanisms. Then came 2020, and the massive change that Brawl Pass brought with it, switching from boxes to a seasonal Battle Pass system, was pretty risky. But Supercell enforced it. Within 1 to 2 weeks of Brawl Pass's release, the game recorded over 10 million additional downloads and increased its revenue by 50% year on year. But the Brawl Pass also had a dark side. It became increasingly criticized, as access to pay-to-win in particular was a cause for concern for many. It was difficult to unlock the best characters without the Brawl Pass, which led to frustration. Chapter 4. The slow downfall. 2021 was a year that shaped both the success and the setbacks of Brawl Stars. The knockout mode was a breath of fresh air, but the brawler rarities were increasingly criticized. This chromatic brawler madness was a freaking problem for many players. Brawl Stars already had over 60 brawlers in March 2021, but the rarities in the game became more and more questionable. Legendary brawlers like Spike were almost impossible to get. The Club League mode that was introduced in June tried to keep players engaged with the game through team-oriented competitions, but this was a flop. The Club League week dragged on endlessly, and many players reported that they were increasingly forced to complete the daily challenges just to get rewards. The game had a high dropout rate of over 30% after the first few months, which led to a rapid withdrawal on the part of the players. Supercell tried to save what could be saved with the new Brawler Squeak and other content, but the train had left the station a bit. The game no longer felt as fresh as it did at the beginning. Players were rather disappointed by the constant cosmetic changes and the focus on new brawlers. The introduction of the bot drop mode was also an absolute flop. Only 20% of players played the mode regularly, and after just a few weeks, most people had deleted it from the spermutation. What was so bad about it? The introduction of credits and the roam-oving of boxes only increased pay-to-win accusations. The system allowed players to buy brawlers with real money and use credits to immediately speed up all level processes. The introduction of epic brawlers like Bonnie brought little enthusiasm, as many players felt that creativity was simply lacking. The year then ended with a huge drop in sales of 30% compared to previous years. The player numbers said goodbye, and Supercell looked like this. Chapter 5. The Rise of Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars was still one of the most successful mobile games, but the number of viewers at the Brawl Talks was the lowest the game had ever seen. But there was new hope. The gear mechanic was patched, and the game brought less pay to win. Mandy and Chester brought fresh air, and the quality of the updates increased again. The players felt that Supercell had stopped just bringing cosmetic updates and was also making gameplay-related changes. But despite everything, the trust in the game was no longer as strong as it was before. It's like when you go back to your ex, somehow everything is so familiar and so on, but it still has a salty aftertaste. Chapter 6, 2024. And then in 2024, the shine of Brawl Stars slowly returned. The April update with the Hyperchargers and the Godzilla collab brought a fresh winter gain. The fans celebrated, the new trophies and the new game modes, and the activity on Twitch and YouTube increased significantly. It wasn't the old Brawl Stars hype yet, but it was a start. The biggest highlight of the year, however, was the SpongeBob update in September. Fans were excited about the new skins, and the community was much more active again. A slow rise after a big fall. Brawl Stars has had a wild roller coaster ride, from the incredible success after the global release to the setbacks and challenges of the last few years. But whoever flies high gets whoever feels it. What do you think will make Brawl Stars legendary again in the next few years? That's the end. If you liked the video, leave a like, activate the bell, and subscribe. Here comes the outro.